Keeping your house safe and secure is important, right? But it's also equally important to keep those that stay in the house when you go to work safe. Now, who am I talking about? Well, pets, of course, unless your office is dog friendly, and then, well, the world is your oyster with that setup. But for those of you who have to keep their four-legged friends at home, or one-legged if you've got a snake slithering about, then there's the Ezviz E6, a ball-shaped 3K security camera that has some pretty funky AI features to detect humans and pets in frame. So let's look at what you get in the box, because truth be told, it's not really much. You get the camera, a set of instructions, a power brick, a USB Type-C cable, and a wall mount or ceiling mount depending on where you can get power to, plus the screws to go with it. The USB Type-C cable is very generous in length, coming in at around 10 feet, and is white so you can hide it around your skirting in your home more easily. The Ezviz E6 camera is small in size, sitting at around 95 by 95 by 90 millimeters, and is covered in half black gloss plastic for the top half and matte grade plastic for the bottom half. It is extremely lightweight too, coming in at 252 grams, which makes it easy for those ceiling mounting the device. Now, the camera is called a pan tilt camera, which means you can rotate it for 360 degrees in a circle and can look up. However, the camera is unable to look down past the horizon line. This makes putting the camera on a shelf somewhat problematic. If you're going to be using it to watch your pets while you're away, it cannot look at the floor. Now, I've got mine on a microwave right now on a kitchen counter, and I can't see the floor of my kitchen. So if I had, say, a dog or a cat running around, I'm not going to be able to see them. The Ezviz E6 has a somewhat fragile build quality. The camera has pretty much a plastic shell to keep the weight down, of course, but I would make sure this thing is secure if you're going to be mounting it. I'm not really sure it will survive a drop. I haven't tested this. I'm not sure it will survive a drop from distance, especially if you've got hard floors without at least cracking the outer shell. Around the back, you've got 3 ports, a USB Type-C for power, a micro SD card slot to save your footage, and finally an Ethernet port, so you can connect this camera to your wired network in your house. It does also support both 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz bandwidths, though if you wanted to go the wireless route. Being wireless also makes it easy for users in rented accommodation to hook it up to their existing gear and then take it with them when they move. The design is also sleek enough to really fade into the background of your room. It looks nice and modern, and it won't stand out to anyone visiting the home or really look that out of place. So before we jump into the specifics of the E6 in terms of features, let's talk about the setup process, which, by the way, was extremely simple to do. The camera requires power, which you can use the supplied power brick and USB Type-C cable, and then download the Ezviz app on your phone. From here, follow the on-screen instructions, follow the prompts to ensure the camera can be seen, like the flashing blue LED status light on the front of the camera, for example, and then the app will also ask you for your Wi-Fi password. Key it in and all will be great. There are also voice prompts too, to give you status updates on the camera, which is pretty useful rather than tones or chimes.
Please use Ezviz app for device Wi-Fi configuration.
Once you're fully set up though, everything is very nicely laid out in the Ezviz app. The home screen is there to select each individual camera that you have within the Ezviz family, and if you click on each one, it will take you to that individual camera and give you all of the settings that you need right in front of you. A preview of what the camera sees is at the top, and underneath is where clips are saved that your camera records. Under here are several tabs and buttons for taking snapshots and recordings, manually panning the camera, talking through it as it's got a microphone at the other end, and resolution changes. There is also a privacy mode if you need to cut the feed to the camera, and you can even do picture-in-picture too if you have other cameras available. The feed itself produces a lovely 3K resolution, coming in at 2880 by 1620, and the image produced is nice and clear. Even with my window as a backlight, I was still seen quite clearly in the shot. The feed is also capable of a maximum of 25 frames per second, and video compression can either be set to H.265 or H.264. The audio is self-adaptive depending on what's being captured, and with other features including smart AI tracking that can identify both humans and pets within a frame. This includes the entire 360 panoramic view as well that the camera is capable of. It makes it one of the better smart cameras that I've had the pleasure of setting up and testing so far. Now, an interesting page within the app is called Intelligent Detection, where you install various features to your main Ezviz app that do different things. Things like human shape detection, which is installed by default, but there is also a feature for pet detection, which needs to be installed, and also gesture recognition, which means if the camera detects someone waving at it, it will give the phone the app is installed on a phone call. Now, you can then have a video call with that person via the camera on their phone. pretty neat stuff, I would say. And finally, there is a feature for abnormal sound detection and image change detection. As I do not have any storage via micro SD, I can install everything on there except pet detection, which to me does seem a little bit odd why Ezviz wouldn't provide enough storage to begin with to be able to install all of their features on the camera. The Ezviz E6 is a decent little smart camera though that has some very nice AI capabilities and is paired with a very simple and easy to use app, which I do like a lot. It's refreshing, and there's no doubt Ezviz is one of really the best global smart home camera brands out there. Having HomeKit capabilities now too for the first time on Ezviz cameras means that you Apple users out there can be capable of setting things like automation on your Apple devices. The most annoying feature though that I have found with this camera is the fact that it cannot look down and it gets stopped looking straight on, making placement a little more awkward if you want to use this to keep an eye on small pets running around on the floor. But for $89.99, this little smart camera is a decent option to choose if you're after something to protect your home. And if you need any more information on the Ezviz E6 camera, then please visit their website down below. And again, thank you very much to Ezviz for sponsoring this video. Thank you very much for checking out this video. If you did enjoy it, please hit that like button, subscribe to keep up with our latest tech and gaming videos, and also let us know in the comments what you think about the Ezviz E6 camera. Is it something that you would purchase for your pets, or have you got another alternative camera that you have used in the past or you're using right now that you would recommend for your pets? Let us know in the comments down below. As I say, thanks very much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.